And speaking of trades, we got to be careful of some of the fool's gold that's going to be out there, especially after the December 15th window that's going to open up. A lot of teams will be building the values of certain players that they no longer want in their team, aka, in my opinion, Miles Turner is one of them. The Indiana Pacers, they must be running plays for this guy to be shooting and attempting all them damn three-pointers. Now, for those of you who are watching the video version of this episode, I pulled up a chart right here showing Miles Turner's three-point attempts in the past few seasons. As you can see, he just started shooting three-pointers, and this season there's a little bit of an uptake. Now, Indiana is out here trying to finesse. They're trying to build up his value so they could just end up selling him off. As we all know, they recently announced that they want to rebuild, but there's going to be a couple of guys on the trading market that's going to be in a similar situation where teams are quickly trying to build up their value. They're calling plays for them during the games, trying to hype them up so they could just sell them off once that December 15th window opens up. Now, the NBA landscape is always interesting because teams are up and down, and you don't know if they're trying to go for a piece to go for a championship or if they're trying to get rid of players just to rebuild. And just looking at the Sacramento Kings, it looks like they have ran into a wall. And I'm talking about a brick wall. They finally fired Luke Walton, and it looks like a lot of players that they have on their team, they're probably most likely going to try to get rid of because it's not working at all. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they got rid of De'Aaron Fox and just try to start all over. And this is a point guard that the Knicks should definitely try to look at, because we definitely are in the market of a dynamic point guard. I'm not necessarily saying the Kings are going to get rid of De'Aaron Fox, but right now, whatever they have, it does not work. And I'm pretty sure they're going to want to scrap and rebuild. And in situations like this where the Knicks could definitely try to capitalize, I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be the Kings, but similar situations, because the Kings are not the only team that's facing this scenario. And just staying on the teams that are out west, I want to take a look at the Portland Trailblazers and Damian Lillard, as he will be the most talked about player on the trade market, and it's for good reason. But there's a few unique scenarios that's playing out with Dame right now. First of all, he's having a horrible season. I don't know if the rule changes had a negative effect on him, but this season is not it for him. And second of all, Dame is eligible to extend his Supermax contract for 2 more years this offseason. So I'm pretty sure he's going to want to re-up, and I believe up to age 36, get at least $51-52 million on top per year. I believe age 35 and 36. So Dame is definitely going to want to re-up with the Blazers. But the only thing with them is that right now with the team that they have, they're set up to pay luxury tax and repeater luxury tax on top for the next like 4 to 5 years. I don't know if they're trying to commit that type of money to a team that's pretty much not even built to go into the second round in the playoffs. That's why I call cap on a lot of what Dame says. He believes in the team's ability to put something together to win. There's no way. They've guaranteed too much money to too many players, and they're going to pay repeater luxury tax on the same level as the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know what the hell Dame sees, but I think he just wants to get paid and he wants to be the man. But he's built this brand on some I'm loyal and I'm grinding. But it is what it is. But right now with the league rule changes, that changed the landscape of that trade market. I'm telling you, guys got to be reevaluated, because with the contact, and he's a small guard, we have to reevaluate guys on what they can do with these new rule changes going forward. Paying guys off of what they did in the past does not make any sense, especially for the Knicks right now. And to my fellow Knicks fans, I know you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but don't be too shocked if the Knicks are trying to package a deal that includes RJ Barrett. Because that month of November, boy, I'm telling you, it was bad. It was bad. And I don't think the Knicks, with his upcoming extension, wants to give a 5-year deal worth $181 million to a player that's averaging 17 points going into year 4. That's going to be a real hard sell. So don't be surprised if the Knicks end up packaging him once that December 15th window opens up and more players are eligible to be traded. But hopefully he can turn it around, because his peers around the same age range that have gotten that rookie max extension, their numbers and production reflects that contract number. And once again, that's why I talked about earlier the measuring stick for RJ. The tone is set by Luka being the pinnacle of that measuring stick, followed by guys like Trae Young, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, and so on and so on. These guys kind of set the tone of who gets the super max rookie extension. And remember, all this is done by the age of 24. So the standards of how fast a young player should be coming along has pretty much been bumped up by this class of players. It is what it is. You guys be sure to check out the channel homepage of playlists of other videos pertaining to around the league and just other topics. Everything is right there on the homepage. Until next time, you guys stay safe in these Rona streets. Peace.